In the end, you always got to protect yourself. By yours truly, a quote from Floyd Mayweather Jr. Now, I would like to talk to you all about ways and how to protect yourself from the coronavirus. I interviewed one of my friends from Hollywood Hospital. She's an LVN for over 5 years on different ways to protect yourself from this coronavirus. So yes, I want to talk about the coronavirus. So I will be going over virtual steps on different ways, but first I would like to go over where it came from and how it got started. So here goes step one on how the coronavirus got started and where it come from. So point one, the problem. I would like to talk about how coronavirus got started, where it came from. It was a source from German Resford that the virus started in in China in a seafood market. A man was eating animals. The animal was a bat. He said that people over there in China was eating bats, and that's how the virus got started. A scientist also said that it's unlikely that the virus came from bats, but traveled through different animals like a horseshoe bat, then from a cat, and then other virtual animals before infecting humans. Another scientist from the health organization said this is a global health warning and it is bad and it's very, very serious. And it is very high impact. And once it gets to the system, it tear your immune system up to the point where you can't breathe. And it said that it's people who came to visit China. That's how they all got affected. And once they left China, went back to their homes, that's how the outbreak around the world begun. Now that I talked to you all about situations on how it got started and where it came from, now I would like to talk to you all about the solution and what we should have done to stop the outbreak before it happened. So point two, the solution. It was said that by a scientist called Dan Shoemaker. He stated that the order was for people to stay at home, wash their hands, stay 6 feet away from people, and wear a face mask. Businesses are being closed down. People can go to work so they can't get affected by this virus. It also stated that the virus would have died down on contaminated surfaces if people would have stayed inside the house and took this virus very seriously in the beginning. But nobody listened. They still partied, they still hung around, they still did their thing. If they would have took this virus serious from the jump, then this incident would have been isolated a long time ago and less people would have been sick. And if they made more tests for each person, then we could have found out who had the virus and they could have stopped the virus. Well, not stop it, well, stop the spread before it wouldn't be this bad and so global how it is to this day. Also, if Donald Trump would have told people about this virus in the beginning and took it seriously and not joke around about it, less people will be getting sick and dying from this virus. Now that I talked to you all about the solution on what we should have done to stop the outbreak of this virus and try our best to stop it before it got this bad. Now, I would like to talk to you all about the problem of the action. See, I interviewed one of my friends from Hollywood Hospital. She's an LVN for over 5 years. She told me that for all people working in the hospital, all medical staff, doctors, nurses, they all have to wear the proper PPE, face masks, gloves. They all have to wear hospital covering, hair nets, and still stay 6 feet away from each patient. I said, so who all getting affected by this virus? She said, people who have diabetes, asthma, heart disease, older people, young people, it don't matter. It hits anyone, everyone. So I said, what we got to do to protect ourselves? She said, if we wear the proper PPE, face mask, wash our hands in hot water because heat kills the virus. She also said that we should always wash our hands about 10 to 20 minutes with soap. We also should use alcohol-based hand sanitizer that kills 99.9% of germs. And stay away from people that's coughing because people is not taking this seriously and not wearing the proper PPE. You have to stay away from that too, because like they said, this is a virus that have no symptoms: a dry cough, a regular sneeze, a sore throat, or a headache. You can have mild symptoms of this coronavirus. Trust me, people, this is not a joke. If people would stay inside, she said, and stop going out, stop hanging out, then this virus can be isolated and we can get control of it. But people still to this day is not listening. So, in the conclusion, I talked to you all about the problem, on where it came from, and what we should have done to stop this virus. 2, I talked to you all about the solution, on what we should have done to stop the outbreak before it got spread it around the world, and less people would be getting sick and dying if we did that. 3, I talked about the action on, since the virus has already surfaced, what we should have done and what we need to do to protect ourselves. Wear the proper PPE, face covering, wash our hands, and more. That's what we should have done. So just remember to always get tested. Wash your hands. Wear the proper PPE. This is not a joke, people. It's dying. People can't go home to their families because of this virus. Wear a face mask that has a filter. Drink alcohol if you feel it itchy in your throat. Wash your hand in warm water. If you got to go outside, wash your clothes when you come back home in hot water. It always kills the surface, trust me, because it's contaminated. You don't want it. You don't want to go home. You don't want to get isolated, nothing. So please, people, take this seriously. This is not a joke. This is no game. This is a virus that kills anyone. Don't have no face or no race to it. It's a killer virus, a deadly virus, and it's spread from person to person. So please take it seriously. Thank you.